more harmful, in my opinion, just for the fact that if you look at mostly talk shows just on the entire spectrum, what you'll see is just like a lot of guy talk shows or hosts of talk shows. And women, you know, are trying to understand people's problems, talk through people's problems. Where men, you know, we're more on the latter, we're more fluffier, we're happier, we're more optimistic. And
well, I think the biggest thing is some talk shows that are more geared towards women tend to be biased towards women, and so men especially not only will feel uncomfortable watching it, but might feel uncomfortable with some of the things that are said on it. So that might, and this can be said also with men, with like a talk show, maybe like ESPN, where they have men talking about sports, and it's not necessarily geared towards women, so it might make the other gender feel a bit uncomfortable, and it might bring up, and it just would enhance biases.
After viewing several different talk shows, we have chosen two in order to analyze gender construction: The Ellen DeGeneres Show and The Daily Show with Jon Stewart. Ellen is well-renowned and ranked highly in terms of viewership, obtaining the 4th highest in 2010 according to TV by the Numbers. The Daily Show, amongst all male-orientated talk shows, has the highest viewership and has a generous lead to boot. Their dense viewership means that they heavily impact society and are therefore essential to consider when analyzing the topic of gender construction in talk shows. The next clip we analyze is from The Daily Show, and is of John's interview with Sheryl Sandberg, the CEO of Facebook. The beginning of the conversation is taken up by Jon Stewart. As he is found interrupting Sheryl's train of thought twice, we would begin to believe that he's taking a dominant role. Though, after jokes are done, he does give Sheryl a serious topic and allows her ample time to respond. She takes this opportunity to offer a very curt reply, and gives a sort of afflicted laugh, possibly in shock of the audacity of her own statement to one of the leading males she so mocks. John gives a very modest reply to the audience, and is acquiescent in nature. We can say immediately that the genders are conforming to the business identity, as both have professional dress and Sheryl is of reputable business background. And this is worth noting, too. By giving us a leading figure whom is female, we can see a woman in the same light we do a businessman. Within the scope of capitalism, we find a construction that sets them as equals. Especially so, because they are willing to share dominance within the conversation, and Sheryl is allowed to insult the male gender, and even given accolades for doing so by the female audience member.
This is science, so I just want to... We have beautiful specimens like this in Los Angeles and So this is Gluteus maximus, we call him. And he's got quite a wonderful, as you can see, a wonderful physique. We're girls, we don't have this, but we do have cute hair. And, all right, you want to sit in the back with us and learn?
Oh, sure.
All right, let's sit in the back and let's see what's happening. We don't want to disturb, we just want to...
What example did we go through the other day when we looked at two organisms that could breed?
Kim Kardashian and Kanye West.
Whether or not we can argue that the point of this clip is to promote the education and success of women around the world, it is important to note that Ellen ends up undermining the process, to the point of even interrupting lecture to talk about celebrities. Humor or not, this is what is being done.
Change.
Seriously?
Yeah, this is your uniform.
There's a very obvious power dynamic being displayed, akin to the stereotypical heterosexual relationship. Ellen takes up the dominant male role, while Portia takes up the submissive female role. This is only amplified by their dress and style. It is interesting to see this dynamic play out in a homosexual relationship, though it is also possible that seeing it will breed comfort, making it harder to break these gender constraints in our culture. In summary, we can see how prominent gender construction is in talk shows, even in unintentional ways. And by these shows, we can see both the positives and negatives of these constructions, and moreover, their limitations due